Hello and welcome back to PSN News. I'm Adam Tinkleman, and with me tonight is Bobby Tricarico Jr., a freshman choir member at Penn State. Bobby, thanks so much for being here tonight.
Of course, happy to be here.
Oh, my first question is, we mentioned that you're a choir member. Can you tell us some of the organizations that you're a part of?
Yes, right now I'm currently in the Glee Club with Dr. Kiver. I'm also in the High Lows, a small subset of the Glee Club with Dr. Kiver, and I'm in the Essence of Joy with Dr. Leach.
Wow, that's a lot for sure. And are you studying anything related to music right now?
Nope. I am an aerospace engineering student, actually. Music has just been a hobby.
Wow, okay. So that's a pretty big jump. I think most people wouldn't really associate engineering and music. Could you tell us a little bit about what drew you to these organizations?
Well, all throughout high school, I sang in choirs and did musicals and the such, and music has always been a way for me to express myself outside of my love for engineering. I know that's what I want to do with my life. It gives me a different sense of purpose in life. So I've always wanted to try to pursue music into college.
Right, so it's extremely a strong passion for you. And I know that it's really not at all related to engineering. Was there any hesitation in joining some clubs that really weren't surrounding your major?
Yes, so much hesitation. I had to think it out long and hard just because I wasn't entirely sure if I'd be able to make it work. I thought that it might take too much focus off what I was doing with my classes, but it works. You just have to try to figure out exactly what you want to do with your schedule. First semester, kind of a bit of a mess for me. I had my music and my classes all jumbled up, and it was difficult to manage. Second semester, I got a little lucky. My schedule actually worked out pretty perfectly. From 8 a.m. to 2 p.m., I have all of my engineering classes and the like.
Wow.
And past that, starting at 3:25, I have all of my music classes for the rest of the night. So I actually have two halves to my day, engineering and music. Much easier to manage this way.
Yeah, I was going to say, that's actually pretty convenient for you, huh? So I know these clubs, you're part of several, but they should provide some pretty good networking opportunities. Am I correct in that?
Yes, there's actually a funny story about that. With the Essence of Joy, there's an alumni choir called Essence of Joy 2. And Essence of Joy is a lot about family. So we like to try to get together with the alumni, get to know them, and we were actually having dinner in the choir room one night before a concert. I sat down to a random alumni member, began talking to him, exchanged names and the like, and he asked me, "What's your major?" I say, "Aerospace engineering." He goes, "No kidding, I work with an aerospace company." I go, "Who?" He goes, "Northrop Grumman, who have worked on projects, to my belief, such as the Artemis project or the James Webb Telescope." So that was very strange, and I was like, "Oh, okay, wonderful. How about an internship?" So I've been talking to him, and we're looking forward to that possibly this summer, if not next summer.
Wow, that is a very high-profile relationship to have.
Yeah, for a choir.
So how much contact have you had with this, what was it, the second group, the alumni group?
Oh, well, we've met them twice. They came down for our last concert at the end of December, and we had a dinner with them, as I said, before the concert. We got a chance to exchange with everybody, sing together. Obviously, that brings people together. And we've also seen them perform once at a local church that we also performed at.
So you've had plenty of experience communicating with the members of this alumni program as well.
Yes, I've through music, not just Essence of Joy, but the other ensembles that I'm in, you meet so many people, and people are drawn together through music. There are other organizations and events with engineering, but you're there to work usually, or possibly get a job. With music, people are brought together on, in my opinion, a sense of passion and happiness in terms of what they love to do, and they enjoy it, and that's why they want to be there. And then from that, you can start making connections with people outside of music.
Yeah, I love that, how you really are able to express yourself in this way that you usually wouldn't find in other settings. So I also know we were talking a little bit before the interview that there is some kind of out-of-country trip coming about soon, isn't that right?
Yep. The Glee Club is going to Portugal this year.
Yeah.
Now, Glee Club likes to try to organize trips outside of the country. Actually, funnily enough, a lot of our music groups do. Essence of Joy, I was unfortunately not able to make the trip, but they are leaving this Friday at 2 a.m. to go to Hawaii for a week. They are singing in a couple locations in Hawaii, and we are wishing them all the best. But Glee Club, we are going to Portugal from May 8th to the 18th to sing around the country.
Wow, that is awesome. I mean, Hawaii and Portugal, those are like way far away from the United States, or the continental United States at least.
Yeah, if I had all the money in the world, I would have went on both, but freshman in college, so we're working on that.
So would you say that being part of these groups is also not only providing you some sort of business opportunities, but also going international, you're getting a lot of culture as well?
Yeah, I believe music provides you with a different perspective. Yes, engineering, you focus on your sciences and your maths, and that's what I'm continuing to focus on learning more about in college. However, I think being a musical student allows you to have a different perspective on things. You think more outside the box. That's the term that's kind of died off nowadays. People want you to think creatively, they want you to think innovatively, but people don't really like outside the box, because if you strike outside the box, you might miss. People are afraid of that nowadays, so a lot of the times you're told, try something new, but not too new. When you're a musical student, that's how you make advancements. You throw a long ball and try for something. Yeah. And it's made me a lot more confident in my abilities to sometimes take wide swings in engineering classes in general.
Which is an important skill, especially in college, to be able to step out of that comfort zone and pursue something that may be out of the norm for you. So you'd say that being a student studying music, that has given you some unique insights that have helped you, per se, some maybe with engineering or other parts of your life?
Absolutely. Like I said, I think it opens up your perspective to trying new things and makes you less afraid of making errors, because you make errors in music a lot. It's just due for the course. Even if you are a perfect singer, your voice might crack. You might be a little sick. It happens. Now, obviously, when working in the field in engineering, other people are counting on you. It's a little different to just make an error, but when you're practicing and when you're learning, this is the time to make those errors. This is where you learn. This is where you can really take advantage of striking out of the box. You don't really want to do that when you have a job, because you're getting paid. When you're learning is when you can do that sort of stuff, which is why I'm trying to mix music in tandem with my engineering courses, because I want to try to take that mentality into my engineering courses.
Right. And I'm assuming you're going to continue this all throughout college, right? You plan on doing music the whole time?
That's the plan. Things may change. If my schedule gets a little bit too busy, I do have to look at it as I'm getting a humanitarian credit, 1 credit per choir. So I may have to strike outside of that if I see another opportunity for aerospace, because even though music is a passion, I do still want the career that I want for my life. And that is my other passion in life and what I want to pursue. So it will take slight weight over music in my life. However, to the best of my ability, I will keep music in my life.
Now, we are a little short on time, so I wanted to finish up with this one last question. I'm sure there's a lot of kids out there who are a little concerned about doing something that they may not be very comfortable with, such as a club or an organization. Would you have any advice to those kids on how to jump into that, hit the ground running?
When I wanted to join the Thespians Club, they have a system where you are a speculative member before you become a member, and the list to become a member is long. There's a lot of stuff that you got to do. You got to be in multiple shows, multiple non-main stage shows, meet people, talk to people. It's a long list. It was daunting. I almost instant dropped the club as soon as I saw the list, and then I realized I have 4 years here. I want to take all this time that I have and push it and use it as I can. Same thing with my musical courses. I almost dropped one of the choirs that I'm in for the sake of professor favor. I'm not going to say which, but I almost had to drop them because I thought I wouldn't be able to manage it. And then I realized it's what I love. It's what gives me passion and joy throughout the day. Essence of joy, no pun intended. But it's what keeps me going alongside the schoolwork that I'm currently doing. So if you are struggling to determine whether or not you want to join something that you think you might really enjoy, old phrase, just do it. Just try it once. It's room to make error. If it doesn't work, there's so many options for late drop at Penn State. You can figure it out if it's not working, but you'll be much more regretful in life if you don't take those chances.
Yes, good words. Bobby, thank you so much for being here tonight with us.
Of course, thank you for having me.
Up next, Jason Mariano will bring you the latest news from across the nation. Stay tuned.